Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Factory Town. It's good to be back. How are you? Anyway, let's jump right in. So last episode here, we worked on this little island here, which is our food production. We took out the little one we had down here, remodeled our I'm going to call this our downtown. This is our city center, basically, where all the stuff gets sent to. Anyway, we made this little platform here and increased our output. As you can see, we are producing milk, bread, juice, and on the bottom, we are giving them veggies and fruit. And they are just flying in there perfectly. They're selling really well, so we're doing good there. Now, I think I'm going to make a little trench through here of water for our future boat systems. I'm committing to it. Boat systems are going to happen. But eventually, like, this will become all one chunk over here, I think. So we'll want to add to this as we go, right? And then eventually this will get replaced with an island over here and become bigger too, so we can produce more. So the city's really coming along well here. I'm taking my time with it. I'm really enjoying this Let's Play. But in today's episode here, we need to take a look at deep mining, because if you see here, our mine is ripping through this ore. So we're going to be actually out of it sooner than later, and that's going to be trouble because it's going to drop our production down. So we got to get right on top of that. So first objective here is I actually need to move, this is making our rails and iron wheels. I actually need to move this over here, and we will attach it to this nice large deposit here. Our stone that was here ran out too for our stonemasons, so I have workers running all the way over here grabbing them. We'll actually go ahead and dismiss those guys now. This game is going to be on pause here for a few minutes while I get this together. So I'm going to move all of this over here out of the way. We'll set it up later because we're good on the rails and stuff for now. So our first objective is to get this mine going. And in order to get the deep mining going, we also have to supply pickaxes. So this is going to be interesting. This is something I've never done. I even went and tried to look it up on YouTube, and there wasn't too much information, surprisingly, on this. There's a few Let's Plays that are a little bit lengthy, but they didn't really go into the deep mining. So this is going to be fun. We're going to be figuring this out together, but I believe in us. We can do it. Another thing I need to do here, I forgot to mention, I moved everything off here and I actually took the employees out, so we had some extra workers. We actually have a ton of workers now, so that's a good thing. So we need, what I've done in this workshop here is I've told it to also make pickaxes, but for pickaxes we need reinforced planks, and those are actually sitting in our barn here in storage. So what I'm going to do is actually interrupt it here so that we actually have our storage. I'll move that around. So I'll put off a splitter here, go up and into this workshop. This might look a little weird, but I wonder if I can go over the pasture. I doubt it, but we'll try. Oh, what I can do here, now that I'm looking, is actually come out this side, put a grabber here and go straight in. That'll work. Okay, and now if we take a look here, you can see the pickaxe going up along the line, and it should get pushed over by the pusher here. Yep, and go into our storage. Now we actually have a pickaxe in storage. So it's a little wonky here. It lets in one of these every 2 or 3 iron, but I think I can actually deal with that. Oh, now it went 1 for 1. That is so random. I wonder how it figures out which one goes first. Maybe it was first go, first serve, first serve? I don't even know. But whatever. Seems to be working. I don't need to make a ton of these, so storing them will be nice. Look at that. We already actually have 4. Anyway, what we need those for is to build the mine. And by mine, I mean mine shaft. So let's grab that here. Oh, look at this. Okay, so it brings you to the underground grid. This is our first look at the underground grid too. So I guess let's take a look at it here. Does it even give us a description? It does not. I would assume that it has to attach to this. Ooh. So each section takes 1 pickaxe. Okay. Oh, here we go. You just run it right underneath the iron ore deposit, and there you are. Nice. Oh, I like this. Okay. Well, let's pause the game here. We're going to get out of that. So it's depleted, but it's now doing it underground. So we shouldn't see a lack of iron here soon. Because, like, look at this. It's literally working off nothing now. We've got nothing. So our happiness might take a hit here. Let's get this set up before anything crazy happens. So now, I guess in order to actually do underground mining, underground resources are replenished 500% faster when mined. So we're going to actually supply pickaxes to it. I wonder if it's... Oops. I wonder if it's doing underground right now, but supplying pickaxes actually makes it faster. So let's actually unpause that, because there is actually nothing for it to mine right now. And it's still doing iron ore. Oh, that's perfect. And look at that. Now I have all this space up top to build with. This is nice, because but what you had to do before is like with the trees, like this with the forester, you had to aka plant the iron ore, and it was just almost as expensive to plant it. It was really tedious because you had to go. Anyway, this is actually a really nice change. So I don't need to supply it with pickaxes. It just makes it faster. That is actually very, very good news. Awesome. Look at that. That looks nice. I like it. And never mind, too. That was literally just in time. So that was a little bit of a lifesaver. So now we're obviously going to have a huge need for rails and stuff if we're going to be making underground. Actually, I could probably make this water right here. Now that's all underground. Make it its own little island, just pumping out a whole bunch of iron. That would actually kind of look pretty cool. Okay, so we have officially run into a problem here. So, we are full of reinforced planks. We're going to pause this for a second. We're full of reinforced planks, but we got no iron because the iron's sitting here and the plank is waiting to go in. So we do have a jam. And we can't really go higher than this to deliver them. Trying to take a look here. I think I might be able to fit one in there, but it'd be a pain in the butt. The other thing I can do is literally just go up, around, and over. I think that's going to be more reliable. Okay, we'll put the work into it. Paused again for a while. Okay, there we go. That was actually quite easy. So... let's see what happens here. Oh, wait, where's the output? Oh, I got to grab it because it's not out the front door. There we go. You always have to compensate here when it's not exactly on the output. There we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not what I wanted. Slow down here, Skippy. I got to put an item filter on this. I only want reinforced planks. What is in this warehouse here? Oh, there's planks up in here. I don't think I want that. Okay, let's delete that and then make a filter for reinforced planks. Okay. Now I can get rid of that stuff on the line. Before you just use the move button, but now if you go to build, you can actually select pickup item. There we go. Nice. We can unpause that. I lied. There we go. Moving along smoothly again. Awesome. Okay. So our next project here then is to set up our rail shop right over here. So I'm going to line up the first forge. This is for our rail shop right here, and just expand our fuel because we can always add more workers to this. It looks like we could actually use another worker there. Let's go ahead and splurge. Ooh, it looks like this forester is actually having trouble keeping up with the trees. I guess I'll go ahead and plant some trees up in here then. Okay, so I just planted a bunch of trees here where you see the little wood sticking out. So hopefully that'll help keep up with demand. That's simply what it is right now. It might not be the workers. It's the amount of wood available. And of course, we are out of planks. That was my plank storage right there. Wow, what a noob move. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to actually take a splitter off of here and put in a barn and make some more planks. And it looks like this forester here is suffering too. Maybe I'll add more trees to the base. Okay, in order to make a barn, we need 10 planks. We don't have them. So what I'm going to do then here, delete that. Oops. We will go and do this for planks again. Slowly make a few planks. And while I'm waiting for those, what I'll do is fix up this tree farm here. Stupid tree farms. Okay, so coming back over here, it does look like adding these trees in here did make a little bit of a difference, which is nice. So we might have saved this one over here and allowing us to continue building over here now that we have wood planks going on. Okay, so it looks like we got stuff saved here. This is starting to get going here again. I'm seeing wood move along, which is nice. I'll come back over here and see if it's caught up well enough in a little bit, but it looks like this area over here is doing well too. So what I'm going to do here is flatten some more area out and move this forester over here because we got to produce planks and stuff over here too. So may as well get that done. And we have some trees right here. We'll be able to use these and save on iron. So I've got everything pretty much put together here. We have the forge outputting more iron for us here. And we have our lumber mill making our planks going out. And we have our forester producing wood for us here. Why aren't these numbers adding up? I am very confused right now. Should that not keep going? Oh, wow. Why are these numbers not adding up? I forgot to add the workers. Okay, let's put the workers back in their shops here. There we go. We need one in there too. Nice. So everything should move along now. It's just emptying the stuff out, and I've totally forgot that I fired all these guys when I moved these over here. So there we go. So the last thing we need for our rail tiles is stone brick. So there's some stone over here. I'm going to go ahead and build a mine, and we are going to put the stonemason. Where's a good spot for that? Right beside here for now. We'll move stuff around as we need to because obviously we're going to go underground once this gets exhausted. So let's go ahead and build that mine. There we go. Look at that, right over top of the water, like it just didn't care. And it actually doesn't matter because we'll be moving these on. So I'm pretty much going to start using, I think, metal conveyor belts from now on because we've upgraded anyway. We're getting a good storage of these going on. I'm really actually tempted. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that thing so we can store even more metal conveyor belts. And once again, actually hire a stonemason to be making stones for us. There we are. And we should be making rails again. Where is our barn? There we are. We're going to grab that, move it in front, and store our crap. Bang. Nice. There we go. So once again, we're making rails. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one too. And coming back here, it looks like adding actually a lot of those trees really helped. So the trick is to not let them, they still will produce when they're exhausted like this, but they don't produce nearly as fast. When you allow them to get to adult trees, they actually produce a lot more at the same rate. So it looks like we're still doing pretty decent over here. This thing's still pumping out. Like, look at that. That's perfect timing. Like the input's not getting exhausted. We're good over here for that one. This one over here, yes, this one's going full time again. Nice. And of course, we have our underground mine easily keeping up with demand. I love that. Look how much space that saves. That's freaking awesome. So we have a good supply of pickaxes going now, so I don't think we really need to crazy worry about it at the moment. But if we look at our general goods store here, we can actually sell our pickaxes for 30. So that must mean they're pretty high up on the happiness scale here. So let's go ahead and look at one of our level 4 houses here, just because I know that's what. And I think, yeah, maybe it's level 4 that wants pickaxes. But they sell for 30 and we'll give what, +1 happiness? We'll see what happens here. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to delete this pusher and copy a splitter up in there. And then in that splitter, what we're going to do for the item filter for splitting is pickaxe. There we are. Bang. Okay. Unpause that and one pickaxe in. Everything else just flows right through because it's not a pickaxe. And one pickaxe over. Nice. Okay, so that should push our happiness up a little bit. So we're averaging around 435 at the moment. So since we're producing what seems to be an abundance of these up here, what I'm going to do is build up another barn here. We're going to copy that barn. And we're going to put an offshoot right here. At least for now, because these can always be moved, right? And another splitter. Copy that. And store some of these up in there. There we are. We're going to upgrade it once and twice so we have tons of it. Nice. Oh, so I did a dumb here. And look at this. This has no iron going into it. So we're actually not producing any rails because it had iron in it when I moved it over. So I forgot to include it. So what we're going to do here is we're actually, I kind of want to see if this works. This might get a little messy. But I kind of want to put like an overflow splitter system in like this because now we have 2 of them coming off the one. So if this one gets jammed up, it'll throw over the extra ones over to there. Nice. Okay, well, we'll give this a minute and see if it keeps up that way. Oh, man, you know what? Let's do that over here, too. One there. And one there, just like that. Whoops. If I did it the right way. Let's try that again. We want to turn there. Okay. And turn there. That looks crazy. Wow. It's probably redundant, but kind of like the way it looks. And now it looks like it's having a hard time keeping up at the moment. Most likely because it's not filling here. Okay, well, we need to pump up our output a little bit here. Nice. Alright, so I added one more forester here to make this a little more effective here. There we go. We have continuous production, which is good. So we're storing a lot of this at the moment, so there's a little bit of overflow, and it's actually interrupting the machine shop's flow here too, but that's okay because both are stuff that will eventually get filled up. And I did add another worker to here, and it looks like it's just keeping up now. Might actually get jammed up a little bit. Most likely because this thing's not getting fed planks at the same speed too, but we'll keep it at this for now. I'd rather some stuff sitting on the belts or sitting for now than it not getting enough supplies. So I want to start like rounding out our happiness here. So we're going to start at the base of the stuff that we need for our house happiness for our current levels. So now that we got deep mining and everything going on, our research is still way off. We just have some catching up to do because I like to get my happiness up before we kind of move on to the next big major infrastructure projects. The only thing for the basic food needs we don't have right now is butter. So let's go ahead. This little island we have over here is where our food is being made. What I'm going to do is, once again, do a little landscaping. Raise the land up here and we're actually going to build a butter area in here. Now, I don't feel bad at this point removing the stone because we can build a mine with underground stuff now, and it only takes up that 3x3 space, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of this. And there we go. So got some basic landscaping done. I've left the room for the canal through here. Obviously, I'm going to have to come in here, pause the game, fix this up, and continue the water through if we ever want to get boats through there. I think this is high enough for boats to get through. We still haven't used them yet, but what we're going to do, a little bit of foreshadowing here, actually a lot of foreshadowing, is we will put a mana farm. Where did I see the biggest deposit? Up here. There's a lot of mana shards up here. So we're going to do a major canal going down this way for our mana stuff and then bring it into town. I think that would look pretty cool. So to make butter, we need 2 milk. 2 milk, 1 butter. That's actually pretty damn easy. So let's go ahead and start with the one thing we need, which is a kitchen. And we will actually bring that kitchen nice close up to here and go right directly into the food market. So looking here, we could actually use our existing infrastructure to do this. Because we got this pasture sitting here, and this line's getting jammed up a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is add another pasture. We will feed it some more grain. We're obviously going to have to pump up. We'll put another worker in the grain mill here, and maybe another worker in the farm. There we go. Oh, and it looks like the output's getting jammed too, so I might want to put another chute up in here. Okay, so we're going to copy that pasture. Perfect, and we're going to put another output on here. There we go, to go into that pasture. And of course, copy that grabber. There we go. Awesome, awesome. And then here we're going to go milk. Bang, just like that. Okay, so we have another source of milk here. Now, I just want to confirm that milk does not roll out. Let's go ahead and grab a grabber. Copy. Bang. Item filter. Milk. See what happens here. See if that works. Let's go ahead and unpause. And I don't see anything in the chute. We don't have anything in the output because, of course, I'm not feeding it with any water like a big old dummy. So I'm going to put actually, we're going to pause this. And we're going to move this well out here and feed both of these places with the same one. Okay, there we go. And we should be good. I had to rotate this pasture around because the output was sitting right here where the water is going in. So it is what it is. And yep, milk does definitely not roll down the chute. So to help free up our line here a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a milk only line. So both of these pastures will be pumping out milk, but I'll also have a pusher here pushing the milk into the kitchen so that we can make the butter and actually output it up to a separate line. And then the milk can go directly in, the butter can go directly in, and that should free up a little room on our line here. Okay, and it looks like I got the infrastructure in for all of this. So let's go ahead and unpause that and see what happens here. It just starts pumping out a ton of milk. That's really funny. Okay, awesome. So this this belt here will eventually clear up of any milk on it. Should actually rather quickly. And it looks like our milk is getting pushed into our kitchen, and it is starting to pump out. Nice. It's starting to pump out some of our butter. It's actually doing that rather quickly. Wow, that's quick. And it's slowly filling up the input, so we should start seeing some milk now flow back into here. Wow, look at that. Actually, a kitchen consumes a lot of milk. That's quite funny. Are we able to keep up at this rate? We might have to do more output. It looks like we aren't actually able to keep up with the grain in our grain mill. So let's go ahead and add another 2 workers in here. See if 2 workers will keep up with the output. So another thing we can do here too is you see they're not drinking the juice as fast as they need to, and our bread is getting stuck on the line. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do another renovation, make this a little more effective. We're going to bring the juice around to this line here, and we're actually going to bring the bread up around here. So I'm going to bring the bread down here, up around, and then the juice will connect here. It's going to be a little tricky, but I'll get her done. Okay, so I've got this as a solution here. It's not the most elegant, but I'm wondering if the bread will work on the milk line like this. Whoops, let's pause this here. I just looked, this doesn't have an item filter. I almost just tried to push bread directly into the kitchen. So this should actually work out because the milk should move as fast as the kitchen will pump it out. So looking at this here, we could actually use even more milk at this point. So what are we low on here? We'll look at our inputs. Once again, we're actually getting low on the grain mill. Look at this though. Like, look how fast it's pumping out that animal feed. Milk takes a lot of animal feed. That's insane. Okay, so let's go ahead and you know what? We'll add, oh, we can only do one more worker. So this is our max output right now. Okay. So it looks like we actually have a real good flow going on here. The belt is pretty much maxed out right here, but it's moving along very smoothly. Like there's a hole every now and then, so it's pretty much running at max capacity with the bread and the milk. I did add another employee to the grain mill so that the kitchen can actually output some more. So we're outputting a little bit more bread, which actually does help too. But at this point, this kitchen is still chewing up all that milk, and it's not really allowing a lot of the milk to skip. Let's take a look at a level 4 here for giggles. Yeah, as you can see, we got the butter food group, but we don't have the milk. So I'm kind of actually, let's take a look at our food market here. Yeah, we're not even close to filling up on the butter. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make it's so hard though, because this is barely keeping up with the output over here. Another pasture would be definitely overkill on the grain mill. Unless I added some more grain over here. Yeah, this farm's definitely hurting. And some more outputs into another grain mill. That could work. Okay, well, let's do it. You guys talked me into it. So I've put in a lot more grain here, and the other thing I noticed too is we actually do not have this thing being fed with fertilizer. So I'm going to go ahead, grab the output of fertilizer on here, and get that going into the farm. Okay, there we go. Now we're also feeding fertilizer into our farm here, and if you make it high enough, it actually still counts the grain underneath this. So the grain grows in these plots. You can actually save yourself some room. I always used to not put farm plots there, but that is actually a huge space saver. Okay, awesome. So we have this pasture here making milk. I guess I can go ahead and make a second direct lane to connect with this one here. And there we go. So we have 2 rows here kind of going into the front. It looks like this here, yeah, it's still not keeping up with the milk. That's insane. This city loves their butter. I'm buttering them up like mad here. Wow, I'm full of the dad jokes today. So hopefully we can get this happiness levels back up. And we can at least fill this one basic happiness bar of everything. That's my goal here. I want to slowly get these all filled up. We've got some catching up to do. Okay, so it looks like we're hovering around 465 happiness, and I'm really good with that. Everything seems to be flowing well. I did add another couple workers here to our farm to help keep up with the output. It looks like it's working just perfectly. So we are pumping out a bunch of milk now and butter. The milk and butter seem to be doing well on the same belt. Taking the milk from here, putting the butter up here with the milk. So it kind of works out. I really like how that works out. It's smooth. Our bread is still getting pumped out. So if we take a look at our city here and our food happiness, our homes all have one of each. Perfect 10 out of 10. That's awesome. That's what we're going for. So we also have, oh, look at that. We have 9 out of 9 for our supplies here too. That is freaking awesome. So I guess our next objective here is our health stuff. We are really lagging behind on that. And then we need to start looking into making cake for the people, because the people love the cake, right? So this is currently for like 3 out of 9 health. This is what we got going on down here. So I'm thinking for our health stuff, what we're going to do is probably a huge renovation. Move all of this over to another area so we have more room to put homes. And yeah, that's going to be a huge project there too. Probably a couple episodes for that one. That one's insane. But at least we got 2 of them mastered now. That's pretty damn cool. Well, anyways, guys, I've run out of time to record this episode. I do hope you enjoyed. I'm rather enjoying this game. It's nice and peaceful and pretty relaxing. Oh, look at our storage. It's full already. You know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade some more there. That's awesome. Oh, and even our barn here too. Wow, an upgrade for this barn at this level is 1K and 20 of those reinforced planks. That's okay though. We got tons of supplies. Wow, 250 each stack. That's insane. Well, let's keep stacking that stuff up. I mean, can't hurt anything, right? Okay, anyway, I was saying goodbye, guys. I could tinker with this game forever, honestly. Have a good one. Peace out. And remember, always back up them game saves. I'll see you guys later.
No matter what you people say, I'm gonna do my thing my way. No matter what you people do, I'm gonna do my thing much better than you. No matter what you say or do, oh boy, you're out of luck. It's gonna roll right off of me like water off the back of a duck. And I go, yeah, I go. Yeah, I go.
Good boy.